You know why kids throw temper tantrums? Because they work. We hear this crying and the whining and the screaming, and we just want it to stop. So we buy them that toy, we give them the lollipop, or we let them do what they were doing before they threw the tantrum. Listen, we have all made mistakes around this, but no more. We are going to learn how to stop. All right, maybe just reduce temper tantrums. Let's get to it. Hey guys, I'm Jason Kreidman and welcome to another episode of Dad University. We cover a different dad advice topic every Thursday. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and click on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Temper tantrums are pretty common with toddlers. Kids maybe 1 to 3 years old. I mean, older kids can have them too, but if your older kids are having tantrums still, then you probably have not dealt with it properly. Let's first look at some of the reasons why kids have temper tantrums. Number one, the child is hungry, tired, bored, or overstimulated. I mean, these are very common reasons why a child would throw a temper tantrum. I mean, heck, adults get these things too. The hope is that we are just not crying and screaming and kicking as a result of feeling that way. Number two, they don't understand emotions yet. All right, think about it. A 2-year-old gets angry just like a 45-year-old does. The difference is that the 2-year-old has no idea what that emotion is. They're new to it. Some 45-year-olds don't know how to deal with it either, but for the purpose of this video, they get angry. And so that's why the temper tantrum can happen, or they get upset, or they're crying. They don't understand what emotion they are feeling. Number three, they don't know how to communicate how they feel. So just like not understanding the emotion, they don't know how to communicate that emotion either. So what happens is that they feel something and they're trying to communicate it to you, and that comes out in the form of a temper tantrum. Number four, they don't know how to self-regulate. So think about it. They don't know how to calm themselves down. It wasn't until my mid-30s that I actually learned how to use breathing techniques and meditation to even calm myself down. So how can we expect a 2-year-old to understand this? It's up to us to teach them how to deal with this stuff. So now that you understand why they have temper tantrums, how do we deal with the temper tantrum? Number one, keep calm. So it's a very important thing that if the child is throwing a temper tantrum, you can't throw one too. So no yelling and screaming on your side. You have to remain calm. Whether you're going to pretend or you can actually do it, doesn't matter, but you need to remain calm through the process. Also remember too, don't take it personally. That typically can help you keep more calm. Number two, use empathy. Acknowledge their feelings so that you can understand where they are coming from. You might say something like, I know you really wanted that cookie and it makes you so upset when you don't get it. Using empathy can often diffuse the situation. If it doesn't work, that's okay. We've got other techniques that you can try. Number three, do not give in. This is the most important thing out of this whole video. If you only get one concept out of temper tantrums, it's don't give in. I've even put it here on the sign so that you can see it in many different letters. It's so important that if your child is yelling and kicking and screaming because they want that cookie, do not give them the cookie. Let me give you another example because this is really important. Let's say you're at the park and you've already given your child a warning for time and you only have 5 minutes left, and then you approach them and say, hey, it's time to go. And they start kicking and screaming and yelling. You don't give them more time. You get them nicely and you leave. This is the part that parents have the most difficulty with. When you give in, you are reinforcing their behavior. You're essentially telling them that the temper tantrum works. Hey, look, you kicked and screamed and guess what? You got your way. That's not what we want to teach them. But what happens is that this is what parents do. They give in. And so the next time the child is faced with a situation, guess what? They're going to do the same thing because it works. Number 4, use the distraction technique. So this works a little bit better with younger children versus older children. But basically, you've got to catch them a little bit before the full-blown tantrum happens. But let's say they're focused on a cookie and they're wanting the cookie in the store. Instead, you divert their attention. Maybe you pull out your keys and you give them the keys, or you give them a toy to play with. It's basically changing the direction or changing the situation and distracting them. Number 5, wait it out. So the storm will eventually pass. If you remain calm and the child realizes that they're not getting what they want, typically the temper tantrum will fizzle out. It only will last for so long. But continue to use these techniques and the temper tantrums will probably get shorter. Number 6, let them take a break. So don't call it a timeout. It's really cooling off. We're allowing them to take a break so that they can cool off and begin to learn how to self-regulate. It's not a punishment for them. It's something where we're teaching them that they can control their emotions and they can calm down. This is a very important thing for them. Number 7, positive reinforcement. So you want to catch them behaving good. Maybe you're at the store and they're calm, and then when you're leaving you say, hey, I really appreciate you being calm in the store. That was super helpful. Or maybe you were at the park and after you're leaving the park, you say, hey, when I asked you to come over, you came right over. And I so appreciate that. That was so helpful. Thank you. Here's the thing. Nearly all children experience some forms of temper tantrums. And it's not easy. You can feel embarrassed sometimes if you're in public or you're around family and friends and feeling like your kid is out of control. But it's important to practice these techniques. It doesn't happen overnight, but you can change it so that we can stop, or as I said, reduce temper tantrums. I'd love to hear from you and your stories about temper tantrums. What happened and how did you deal with it? Whether it's good or bad, we just want interesting stories. Leave your feedback in the comment section below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click on that notification bell, and share this video on social media. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.